Hey guys, welcome back to Emlyn in the Mix for an exciting episode today. We're going to be looking at the brand new update to RFX Nexus 3. What's going on? What do you get? What's included? Well, it's on the screen here. Let's have a look. You're on Emlyn in the Mix. Alright guys, this is going to be the last time I announce this on the channel. Don't forget to enter my microphone bundle giveaway from SE Electronics. Check it out, here it is here. It's massive guys, this is going to be given away in less than 3 days. There it is, SE Electronics microphone bundle. Just hit the link below, the giveaway link below to enter. You get this amazing condenser microphone from SE Electronics. You get the pop filter and you get this shield in the back that's gonna make you sound like you've recorded in a professional multi-million-dollar studio. Enter below, click the giveaway link and enter now. Alright team, so Nexus 3 is here and what do I think of it? Well, let's jump straight to the screen here and straight off the bat, it's completely different. Like, it's not that little GUI anymore. I actually liked Nexus 2, I liked the design, like it looked like it could be a real synthesizer. I always felt like maybe they could make something that looked like that. But as you can see here, they've totally overhauled, totally changed it. Now you've got a completely new GUI, and this has been built from the ground up. So in terms of sounds, there's not really any new sounds other than with Nexus, it's a Rompler. It's always been a Rompler. Basically, you download the expansions and you put them in here, and whatever expansions you own, that's the sounds you're going to have for your Nexus player. But what I wanted to show you today is just what exactly do you get with the upgrade. Is it worth upgrading if you had the old version of Nexus? And if you're like me, I actually preferred the graphical style of the old Nexus. Seems like to me a lot of the soft synths in the last 1 to 2 years have gone for this really basic look. So in terms of aesthetics, it's not that amazing, but we're here, we want to find out, is the usability good? Because so far the actual usability and being able to find things and change things has been, well, a lot better than what the Nexus 2 player was. So let me just go over it with you here so we can have a look. So got this updated library. As you can see, searching is pretty easy. So all your expansions are here on the left, and we can see that basically whatever expansions I own are actually coming up here. So I got a bunch of these Christmas ones. But the Christmas ones were good because they actually come with bits and pieces from all the other expansions at the time. So for example, we can do arpeggio, and let's have a look here at our first preset. And actually the library plays if you just click on it once. So I can double click it and then that'll load it, and then basically I have it here. Yeah, so the Christmas one, that'll be bits and pieces of other expansions that were probably released at the time. We can go to like something like Christmas 2018, which was just last year. Have a look at drum loops. There's only one in there. Let's see. Now, one thing I do have to say is they've actually rebuilt Nexus from the ground up, from scratch, with this particular soft synth as a Rompler, and it loads really fast now, and CPU usage is really, really small. So this is some bonuses, which is amazing. Like, I've got 3 instances of Nexus, and if you remember, Nexus in the past was like a CPU hog. I don't know if you used it, like even 10 years ago, going right back to when I originally got into Nexus, it was really CPU intensive, and then over the years they sort of whittled it down so that it didn't use so much of the processing power of your computer. But now with this new version, it's like it's barely touching the surface. With 3 instances open, I'm only using like 2 or 3% of my CPU, so it's really good. They've really refined, and the loading times are super quick. So anyway, there's a loop. I won't bore you too much with sounds. We'll just want to look at what's new in the features here. So the actual library is much easier to use too, because as you can see, I can see my expansions here on the left, and I can just double click them, and then it's got the categories, so it makes it really easy. Like if I want a lead, okay, good, and then all my leads come up. So it makes it just super simple, super easy. I know a lot of soft synths are going in this direction, but you know, I like that having the one click there as well and being able to listen. So Nexus has always been a popular plugin for trance producers, EDM producers, so the sounds, naturally depending on what expansions you get, but there is a lot of that EDM sound on here. So let's go straight to the arpeggiator and check out what is new, and actually this is the most massive improvement. I mean, it's all very big improvements, but check this out. So you got this fully fledged arpeggiator. You can actually add layers. Now, I'm not 100% sure how the layers work just yet because I only just got this plugin. But it seems like that you can create like a longer sequence with your arpeggiator. And let's just have a little muck around. I'll just show you right now. So just turn the arpeggiator on. And if you remember the old arpeggiator in Nexus 2, it was this tiny little thing in that small little, like the window inside the GUI. And it was really bad, like really hard to see what was going on. So here we got just a really basic arpeggiator preset here. So as you can see, very boring, just a continuous up arpeggiator. But on here on the left, you've actually got presets. So if we, for example, there we go. So it's like perfect for your trance and EDM producers. They can make those really big breakdowns. But you got heaps of different presets, which is really cool. Let's go through a few here. And you've even got bass lines as well. So really intuitive, really easy to use arpeggiator, and just massive, like just absolutely massive and awesome. You know, you've obviously got your modes, you've got your speed, you can change the way it goes. I mean, this is all pretty standard stuff with an arpeggiator. It's sort of what is expected these days. Slow it down. So you can change the actual length here as well. So you can see I can make it quite long. So there you go, a fully fledged arpeggiator. As you can see, lots you can do there and lots of fun. Let's move along. There's another one here, which is new to me. I don't recall this being on the old Nexus. Maybe it was there and I didn't play with it much, but there's this thing here, which is called the Transgate. We can get rid of the arpeggiator here, pop up the Transgate, and you'll see. This is basically just makes trance for you. It's pretty cool. So we turn Transgate on. Instant trance preset right there. So obviously this does differ from an arpeggiator because it's not actually putting in individual notes. This is actually just doing a gate. Like if I turn that off, and it's just a very hard gate because it's turning it off. Turn it off. See you got a longish note. Turn it back on. And again, you do have presets as well. We can put any preset on. There's quite a lot of presets actually. It's even got panning and fading and fade out. It's really cool. And just to think that this is just a gate, like it's not playing notes. It sounds great. So I could see I'd have a lot of fun with that. It just sounds really cool. The Transgate, that I think it's new. I'm pretty sure it's a new feature because I do not remember this in Nexus 2. Alright, good. Moving right along, you also have your modulation page. Now there's also 4 macros which you can assign different effects or modulation to down in the bottom left corner here. And here is basically where you can, you know, really mess with the actual sound. The vibrato, you got the LFO, you got pitch bending, LFO2, portamento, and miscellaneous. Obviously your velocity and all that sort of stuff is in there as well. I won't bore you with playing around with the sound while I do that. We've all seen that before, but it's all accessible on this page here. Nice and big, and I really like that. Next is your effects page. And there's a heap of effects here, and you can see when I play the note. So obviously you got some reverb. It's a very short reverb, it's on room, but I could change it to like a reverb. That long sort of decay. Limiter. Pop a bit of delay on there as well. You got EQ, you got different inserts here. Like in the inserts, you can have different effects as well. Like you got phaser, chorus. They've really messed with the effects unit. In fact, they've made it better. Sorry, I don't mean mess, but they've just really... This effects section is really intuitive as well. Like, very easy to access the effects you want. You can simply put these inserts on here, and then you've got a whole array of effects that you can add. As you can see, I've just gone through a few there. You know, that combined with the Transgate, you're just going to get some... Some really trippy effects. And again, this is all coming from those expansions, so being able to get in there and modulate and change deeper with the effects and the Transgate, that's a really cool feature. You also have this one here, which is features. I haven't gone straight into this yet, but basically just shows you the way that your sound has been routed through to soft synth with your layers and your oscillators and that sort of thing. We won't go into that today. We don't really have time for that. It's more of an overview video just to give you a quick overview of is this upgrade worth it for Nexus 3. And then last but not least is your system, which is going to show all your master sort of modulation, all your changing your transposition, your pitch, your tuning and tempo and that sort of thing. So all in all, it's really cool. You've even got quick access on the sides here to your filter, delay and reverb here as well, and you can change what kind of delay and what reverb you want, and you can also change the mix. And you got your amp modulation there on the right where you can change your attack, decay, release, ADSR as well. And you've got a master filter as well. So the difference between the filter modulation and that was on Nexus 2 is that you could actually... You can actually change the basically the ADSR on the filter as well. But then you do have this master filter here as well. But you got to turn it on. And that was always on Nexus 2. So there it is, guys. That is Nexus 3. A really quick overview. What do I think of it? Well, I mean, I was being old school when I first started playing with it last night. I was like, oh, I missed that old GUI. I really like that old GUI. It had so much character. And this just has, this GUI sucks. It has no character. It's very bland. But in terms of being able to use those expansions and modulate and change them to however I want, and that arpeggiator and the Transgate I can see some really cool stuff coming out. It's one of the most comprehensive arpeggiators and Transgates I've ever seen on a soft synth. and I love my arpeggiators, and this is bar none. Like, they've done a great job with the usability and the accessibility and the intuitiveness. Hands down fantastic. Is it worth the upgrade? I think so. I think this is going to take us in for the next couple of years, or next few years actually. And if you really like using those expansions, if you really like using the Nexus expansions, you're going to absolutely love this user interface and this particular soft synth and its usability. You're going to love it. So do yourself a favor if you're a massive Nexus user. I definitely think you should upgrade. One last thing I forgot to mention actually is that you can resize it here as well, which is really cool. Like, this is very handy. You can have it very small, you can have it quite massive, and you can see on my screen, you know, taking up the whole screen. It's freaking cool. Alright guys, that's it from Emlyn in the Mix. That's my Nexus 3 overview, the update. What do you guys think? Leave a comment in the comment section below if you like the video. Leave a like, and don't forget to subscribe to the channel to be in with a chance to win that microphone bundle from SC Electronics. Goes off in 3 days. I'll hopefully get this video up before the competition ends. Till next time, you know what to do. Alright, peace out. Boom.